What is up, guys? It's your boy Gage. I want to bring you guys an awesome video for you guys today. What do you guys remember this shirt with a little bit of wife beater scene? You guys remember it? No, because you don't follow my dance channel. Go follow my dance channel, guys. You see where it points? Yes, literally, it's that way. Let's go this way. Just kidding. But go follow my dance channel, just the same as my vlog channel and my gaming channel. V Gage Horne for vlogs, X Gage Horne for games, and then D Gage Horne for dancing. And this is my old dance costume outfit from last year. So, and I have a dance outfit new this year, but I can't wait. I want to show it off. I'm gonna work to school on Friday, and I'm super excited, and I'm gonna just walk around with it and stuff. But you guys will see my very first dance video as soon as I can upload it. I have to wait for permission from my dance teacher person, but I can't upload it yet. But when I can, all right. Anyways, jumping into this video. This is another high school stories video, and today I have an awesome, amazing video for you guys. You guys all know Orion. Orion is a very good friend of mine. He is been my friend for a couple years now. Really close friend for the last 2 years. Yeah, a year and a half. Really close friend for the last year and a half, for sure. So we've been friends though since he came sophomore year. I was there second try and third try of freshman year, then he got there sophomore year. So and then that's how we kind of met each other. And that's what this video is about, is how we met. You guys are just going to love this story, how we just, this whole thing is just about us and how we've changed to now. And so, I just got to say right now, Orion is a very great friend. Amazing friend, he's my best friend out of everybody, girls, boys, everybody's my top. Man, if I have a problem, I go to him, you know. I don't know if it's going to be that kind of friendship that's going to last outside of, we hang out all the time outside of school. I mean, outside of high school, once high school's over, you know, if we'll still hang out all the time, because I'll be going to college and he's not. He's going to take a year off, you know, and I want him to go to college so bad, but he doesn't want to go. He wants to take a year off. Oh, whatever. It's my best friend. I respect his decision, even though I hate him. Hate it. And him. Seriously. But, so, I hope we do become friends for a long time, though. So, truthfully and honestly. So, I gotta say, this is a crazy video, and I'm gonna get a little bit into my past and a little bit deep here, so I hope you guys enjoy this special episode. So, how me and Orion, aka Sam, met. Orion and I were going to the same school, you know, and it was a brand new year, you know, and I had a lot more friends because I was there freshman year, so I had a lot more friends and stuff, and he actually transferred from a place out of town, not too far, about an hour and a half away, I would say, from my town, and so he moved into my town, and he started going to my school, you know, and so he finally, we both have this Photoshop class. This is my second time taking it, and he took one over there, so one of his credits transferred to this school, so we gotta be in the second class too. So, we're both in graphic arts, and graphic arts, if you guys don't know what it is, it's just Photoshop and Adobe products and stuff like that, like Illustrator and stuff. So I hated Illustrator. I hate it. Too complicated for me. Love Photoshop though. So with this back when we had Photoshop CS4 too. Oh, it's terrible. Hated it. But we had Photoshop CS4, and this was all about learning about how to use the tools, how to make images, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And I just loved it because I loved the first one. I was still making YouTube videos back when I was freshman, but I wasn't a partner yet, so I wasn't making thumbnails. And then when I hit junior year, that's when I got partnered. And that's when I was using Photoshop a lot, when I was making constantly making thumbnails to this day. I mean, for the rest, I'm on YouTube. I've been making thumbnails. It just gets more attraction to the video, you know. And that's why I make thumbnails on these. If you guys seen this video, when you back out and go to my channel and then hover over this video, you'll see all these thumbnails that aren't actually in the video. That's called a thumbnail. So, anyways, this is actually how I met him. So we both get in this Photoshop class, and I remember I look around. And there's a couple people I knew, but I was like, oh, really good friend. And now there's this girl that I grew up with that lives about 2 streets away, and we drifted apart after we had, because I had a huge, you know, when you grow up, you're friends with every kid in the frickin' neighborhood, but then some kids are bad and go to jail, some kids go to the bad kid school, some kids go to your school but drop out, and some kids are just, you know, everyone just goes. Some people move a lot, everyone, 90% of the kids that lived by me moved, you know, but this girl that I'm talking about still lives next to me, which is still 2 streets away from me, which is really cool. And so we grew up together, and she was great, and we dated, and she was actually my first kiss, too. And so, yeah, I gotta make a video about that one day. I'll make my very first kiss. I just thought of that. But anyway, so she's a really cool girl. I was like, oh, she's in here. And, like, we're not, like, we don't hate each other. Like, we just don't talk because we're not kind of just drifted apart after we got older, you know? Like, she's in this, like, kind of group of people, and I'm in this kind of crazy, weird, fun. I'm in every kind of group. Like, I'm just, like, friends with a couple of jocks. Most jocks hate me, of course. You know, high school, everybody just kind of hates you. You have all these people that hate you, you know. I wouldn't call them haters. They just hate me. Like, like, they don't even talk about me, and if they do, it's negative, and it'll be for, like, 2 seconds. So it's not like a hater that's constantly hated on you. But, anyway, so, just thought I would say that right now. So, anyway, so we kind of drifted apart, but I was like, oh, since we have class, I might as well sit next to her, you know? So I go, and there's this kid, there's 3 seats, you know? There's, like, because you're, like, this whole room would be, like, this is how it'd be. You know, there'd be a line of computers right here, a line of computers right here, and a line of computers right here, and then one going through the middle. So there's, like, computers on all walls of the room, and then one going through the middle, but there's, like, no computer, like, right here just so you can walk through. So it's like a U, you know, it's like there's a walk space around the U and stuff, so it's hard to explain. But anyways, there's computers over here and computers over here, but there's only us 3 right here. And there was the girl that I'm talking about, it's 2 years ago, this empty seat, and then this weird, long hair, really didn't look like a shower kind of dude. And we all know what I'm talking about. So I pick up this chair, though, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, you're in this class? I'm like, yeah, I love this class. She's like, I didn't see you in the first one, though. I didn't even know you like Photoshop. She's like, of course, I love it. It's fun. I was like, oh, cool. So we just started talking. And then, since we had to all meet each other, our teacher, we'll call her Miss W, she's an awesome, awesome teacher, puts us all, love this part, in groups of 3. So I was like, oh, and I looked over, and now, before I explain this next part, let me just say, this is back when it was sophomore year. I was only a freshman at this school for 2 trimesters. The first trimester I went to back at school, and I want to make a video about this, and I eventually will do like a draw my life or some kind of video explaining my past to where I was like a bad kid to a good kid. I really did change. Like, I used to smoke cigarettes behind the school and do all this bad stuff, and I'm not going to get a bunch of detail, but I used to, like, just be really rude to my parents. I used to be a really, really negative, bad kid, and I just hung out with, the biggest reason was because I was around negative, bad kids 24/7, especially when you put me at a bad kid school. That's all I'm going to be. But finally, and this is the crazy part, when I get in trouble at this bad kids school, they were supposed to put me, like, all the way downstairs of the school, and that's, like, the bad, bad, bad kids. And this place is, it's called Crossroads, and it's a bad, bad place. And it's where all the bad kids hang out, or have to go. And after that, it's like juvie, jail, and prison, and crap like that, you know? So, but when I got in trouble, instead of put me down there, they actually made a decision to put me in a public school. For some reason, they thought, because I was still in Boy Scouts at this time too, and they're like, we need to get this kid out of the school and put him in a high school. So they put me over here at this high school. And what did it do? It changed me. They were 100% right. It's just, I mean, I may not still be the best guy. No one is perfect in the world. But I got to tell you right now, I wouldn't have all of the stuff I have now that you see in the back, like a PS4, a nice TV, a computer, posters, or people that I love, like Justin Bieber. I wouldn't have any of this kind of stuff if it wasn't for me going to this good kid school. That's how I see it. I would still just see me in the future, and I'd be like, oh, that's a bad kid back in the day. So I think it changed me a lot. So anyways, finally I went over there, I was still this bad kid trying to act all cool, and I always wore, and this is the thing, this is the chain I wore everywhere I went, and you'll see it hanging a lot, because I don't like to wear it because it makes me feel like I'm that gangster kid that I was when I was going to school. I used to have all these hats. This one my real dad gave to me that I talked to you guys that I haven't seen in 9 years, that's why I wear it. But if so, just the way it looks, I would not wear it. If my real dad didn't give me this, I would not wear it. Just because it has that kind of gangster sign. But this is how I used to wear my hats. I remember, because I'd cover my ear like that, and this is how I'd wear my hats. 24/7, right? And I used to have that chain, and then these 2 chains that I hung above my TV, like you can see, they're nailed in, so you can tell I don't wear them. And I used to walk around, like, grabbing my stuff like everybody else, and I'm just, like, walking around, you know, with my hat sideways and stuff. And I, like, go down a couple of times, and, like, I would just try to be like, eh. Sometimes I should have just wore my hat like this. Like, right? Just, seriously. But, being all kidding aside, I was just a bad kid. And I say all of this leading up to how I met him. Very, like, a bunch of stuff, but it's very important for this next part. So when I'm all this bad kid and stuff, and we get in groups, and then Orion looks, and I was like, because we got in paired groups, and it's back to the story where she was right there, and right there, he was right there. I look over, I'm like, because there's no one else, and they were out in groups. I'm like, hey, you want to be in our group? You know, kind of feeling weird. I was like, this kid's weird. He has long hair, and he looks over, and I didn't see his face the whole time. I seen him kind of drawing stuff on Photoshop already when the teacher was talking, so obviously wasn't like listening or anything. He like looks over to me with his long hair, like covering his eyes, and like moves it, and he's Asian. I'm like, oh my God, Asian, go away. No, I know. It was like, I was just like, it was like I wasn't racist, but I was still like acting racist, you know, like I was just like, because like when he like looked away or something, I'd be like, dude, he's Asian, just like making jokes, because I was just such a dick and stuff. It was bad. Like I was still a bad kid. But I know it's like more of a funny way. Like of course I even had black friends. I had I actually had one Asian friend too back, you know, so I just kind of thought of it was funny. But anyway, so I was just being like kind of a dick every time he looked away or something. But anyway, so I was like, look, he's just weird because he looks like he hasn't combed his hair. He looked like super, like, just, like, hating life kind of look. And not to get personal or anything, because Orion specifically, he doesn't want me to, but he didn't, he wasn't very the happiest kid all the time, you know. But, so we just call him, so he was just, like, you know, just kind of glumpy kind of guy, you know. So finally, after we leave, you know, that we talk, we get our group project done, we leave, and then we come back the next day, and then we, so, you know, so we're all sitting next to each other, and this is the crazy part. After we go on more and more sitting next to each other, more in the class, we actually start talking more and more often. Like, there'd be a couple times I look over, I'm like, hey, how do you do that? I'm like, oh, this is how you show me. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And we start talking more and more and more and more. Boom, a friendship was made, and we were just good friends. And I remember, it was before this try was over, we're still in the same class, same people and everything, and I remember, and he's like, you know, when I first met you, and this is him telling me something, he was like, I thought you were like trying to act all thug and gangster and stuff, dude. Like, I just thought you were like a fag. You were just like a wingster. Like, you were a wingster. That's exactly what he told me. He's like, I thought you were a wingster when I first seen you. I was like, dude, really? I thought you were all like depressing and like weird as shit when I first met you, and I still do, because he's so weird. He would talk about the weirdest stuff, and his name he had at his other school was Jellyfish. Like, that was the crazy part. That's the part where I like totally thought he was weird from the beginning. Because the very first day, they're like, all right, write down your name, you know, when you, the first day of class or whatever, and they have you write down your name, and you announce your name, and they're like, if you have a nickname, use that. And we explained ourselves and did our group projects, we had ours come up and whatever. And I'm like, my name's Gage, Horne, just call me Gage, blah, blah, blah. And there's a lot before I was into the big, everyone called me Horny thing. A lot of people do now, but not back in the day. And so, back in the day, wow, God, I am getting old. And then Sam sends up, and he's like, Sam Orion, and just call me Jellyfish. I'm like, what? Call you Jellyfish? And she's like, and the teacher's like, why call you Jellyfish? I don't know. People called me at my other school, and that's why I'm like, dude, this kid is so weird. So it's weird, and I'm like, I was like, dude, when I first met you, I thought you were weird and, like, gross. Like, I just thought you were, like, you didn't, like, brush your hair at all or, like, even wash it or something. Like, it was just weird. This is what happened. By the end of sophomore year, we became best friends. All through summer, we hung out. Junior year, we hung out. Then, junior summer to senior year, that's when we were, like, the best top friends. And, like, all junior year, that's when we changed. That's when we were, like, just got older. That's when we grew up. That's when we started taking care of our bodies, our clothes, what we wore. Like, he actually started caring about, like, what he wore and what he, like, he will not go to school if his hair's not done. Like, it's like, and if it is, well, like, he'll make it really nice. Like, mine okay, like, this is how it would be. Like, if I didn't get my hair all backed up to, like, Macklemore, I'd just go to school like this, but I'd really quickly brush it, just make sure it looks at some kind of decent. You know, that's how we both are. We both grew up a lot during that junior year. And so this is what happened. Like, it was just really slow progression, but then that's when I decided, when I came back sophomore year, when I went to school sophomore year, I was this thug, gangster kind of guy. I always thought I was a badass, you know. Every time someone would talk shit, I'm like, you what? Want to fight? F you. And I'd always get all these people that hated me at my school. Hated me. Like, all these, like, thug gangsters, too. Like, bad kids hated me. Like, that's bad. Like, and then that's when I went to junior, like, that's when you need to realize you need, even if you don't like them, be friends with everybody you can be friends with. That's my little, advice to you. And I don't tell you guys a lot of advice in high school and my little high school stories. I just tell you guys my story. That's advice. Be friends with everybody you possibly can, because that's just how you want it, and that's the way your life will be great. So after sophomore year, comparing to when I went to school in sophomore year and junior year, when I showed up junior year, I had a car, I had a job, I was different, didn't touch any drugs all summer long, I was good, I was clean, didn't look thug, didn't wear any big old glasses, big old watch, rings, necklaces, hat sideways, didn't wear any of that kind of stuff. I just walked in that school clean with my current girlfriend at that time, and that was that. And I just felt like a whole new me, and Orion on the other hand is a whole new him. And trust me guys, I promise you, when Orion's off camera, he's still 100% more times as weird as he's in his videos, or that you've seen in these videos. He is so weird, but like he takes the weird to like it's funny. Like when we're in class, so like when teacher's talking, he'll like go down and start crawling under the desk and grabbing people's legs, and the teacher always like the kind of teacher where like they're mad but they're like laughing so hard they're not even mad anymore, that kind of mad. So it's just he's really, really weird. So he's a really good friend though, and I'll never forget him. And it's weird, when I first seen him, I thought it was just some weird kid, some weird, lonely, no friends kind of kid, and then he seen me as some kind of thug gangster kid, and we both grew up. And that's why I really want to talk about this video, not really how we met, but really how you can change just by trying. And guys, this may not be as much as you guys have, or it may be more, but I promise you guys will not have nice things that you care about, like not nice things like this, but nice things that you guys actually want. Like if you guys like a PS4 but don't like my TV, computer, rewards, whatever, this ugly stereo system, but I'm just saying, like, you guys want nice things like this, you can do it as a bad kid. I mean, everyone has their own determinations of what they think is a bad kid. I think a bad kid is just a person, I mean, one of the top rules would be like disrespecting parents. Like, there's some parents out there, you know, I understand, that beat their kids and stuff like that. But if you guys know you have a normal parent, and I know a lot of kids are like, my mom's not normal, blah, 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 she's rude, and she kicks me out, blah, 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 blah. No, your mom just loves you. We all know our parents, most of normal parents love us, okay? And so every mom's you're gonna get mad at her. I still get mad at my mom. I still just want to freak out and be like, hey, you know what, F you. No, I don't get that mad anymore anyways. But just remember, be respectful to your parents. Be nice to the people around you. Respect your teachers, no matter how much work they give you. Or if you were texting in class, they take away your phone, and you say, why are you taking away my phone? I wasn't texting, even though you were, but you still get mad at the teacher anyways. It's your fault, so get over it. Respect people, guys. Respect. That's all the thing you got to remember, alright? And this is my advice. And you guys can do whatever the hell you want in high school. I'm not stopping you. But I'm telling you, in my life, seeing what I was getting when I was a bad kid, to like, it got to the point where I wouldn't even have doors. My mom took off my doors because she didn't trust me anymore. Locked up my windows, my little swallow. I can't fit out the windows anymore, but I used to climb out these windows to sneak out. It would be that bad. And I wouldn't even have a stereo. I wouldn't have any of this. Every time I got grounded, she'd take all my electronics. Now when I get grounded, she'll be like, you just, you know, make up for it, basically. Like, I'll clean the house, or I won't go out for a couple of nights. I'll just stay home and study or something. I'll just make it up to her. I wouldn't have these things if it wasn't for how amazing my family is, and if it wasn't for me changing my attitude about life. And I think I want to end my video like that, just saying I'm so thankful for everything I have, everything that I've worked for, everything that means a lot to me. From things that I've earned in my life, to things that my parents have given me, or grandparents I should say, with a big old record player, or things that I've bought by myself, so on and so forth. I love you guys. Have a great high school year. And remember, that weird kid in school that no one likes and everyone laughs at and has no friends may end up being your best friend one day. Take it from